Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. I'm seeing articles everywhere today talking about Jaguar Land Rover, how they have spent £10 million to try and fix this theft issue that we're having in the UK, which if you haven't seen, up to about 90 Land Rovers are being stolen in London every day. An absolutely incredible figure, which I probably wasn't all that aware of. We're slightly insulated from it being over here in Somerset. But from what I understand, the basic principle is this is cars because they have the keyless entry go. Criminals have figured out that you can use a relay system. Working in a pair, you get someone who stands by the door of the house, perhaps poking it through the letterbox or something, with a receiver for the signal that comes from your car, and they have a relay system, so they have another like ghost key that signal is being transmitted to, so they can be next to the car in order to open that car, fire it up, and away they go. The car can be stolen in like under 2 minutes. Obviously, this is a massive issue for a car company like Jaguar Land Rover, something they need to do something about, which it seems like they have. There's absolutely tons of articles out today about this investment they've made to improve the security on new cars and also retrofit this to older models to try and combat this theft crisis. They're using what they call an ultra-wideband technology, which basically, rather than just having a basic signal that sends to the car, this also detects how far away the key is, plots it in a kind of 3D thing so it knows if it's been extended, and massively decreases the risk of it being stolen. I was just having a quick look at one of the articles that came up, which was from Autocar, and as we can see, JLR spends £10 million to stop theft of older Range Rover models. Firm reacts to high theft rate by offering owners quick update that prevents keyless entry system being hacked. The announcement comes after JLR CEO Adrian Mardell told investors in March that theft of our vehicles in large cities has become a problem, singling out London and Manchester as the two worst affected locations. JLR was forced to halt its own insurance offering last year after partner Versex said it would no longer extend coverage. This is kind of where we're going with this video. I haven't had to insure a car for a while, but I am very interested to find out how much it would cost me to insure a Range Rover. Of course, I have everything on my trade insurance now, all my own cars, everything goes on there. So I don't have any restrictions and it doesn't cost me anything extra in that regard. But most insurers are now charging an incredibly hefty premium to insure a Land Rover product if they're not just flat out refusing whatsoever. The word on the street is you cannot insure a Range Rover in London. This of course has affected their values massively as well, because if you can't insure a car, it's pretty much worthless, isn't it? Check out one of my other videos up here where I was talking about the state of the market at the moment. Premium vehicles, especially Land Rover products, just absolutely plummeting in value, while the more budget end of the market is absolutely flourishing. Before we jump into all of that, I just want to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, which is Vehicle Score. You would have heard me talking about Vehicle Score before. They are the free vehicle check website. If you head over to vehiclescore.co.uk, you can type in your registration and they will give your car a score from 1 to 999 based on its MOT history, mileage, age, and many other factors that they use to determine your vehicle score. So I'm going to take the reg from a very nice Golf GTI that I've found online. Oscar Uniform 17 Foxtrot Delta Delta. That car has a score of 999. Top marks. Of course, it goes through, gives you loads of information, estimated value of the car, estimated lifespan of the vehicle, things you should look out for when you're buying one. It's got a mileage tracker, an MOT report. It will even tell you its average yearly miles. And if you're looking to buy a car and you want to do a history check on it, they've got you covered with that as well. For only £2.97, you can do their Salvage Plus report. And if you need a comprehensive check, their Ultimate report is only £8.97, covers everything from an unrecorded write-off to whether that car is being used as a taxi or an ex-police car. Anything you'd want to know about that vehicle that would affect its value will all be in there. £8.97, but if you use my code SHIFTINGMETAL15, you will get 15% off, making it just £7.62. So I feel like if we're going to do an insurance quote, we need a baseline. I found this 2017 Volkswagen Golf 2-litre TDI Blue Motion GTD. It's a Euro 6, it's stop-start, it's a very nice looking car, but it shouldn't be incredibly expensive to insure. I am doing this quote based on it being at my home address, parked in a driveway overnight. I do use it during peak hours for commuting and social, domestic and pleasure. I'm saying that I do up to about 10,000 miles a year because I think that's about the fair average. And of course I'm doing a comprehensive quote. Now, the best quote that I got for that car was with Admiral Essential for £394.62. That still seems quite expensive. In fact, I wonder if we can go back from here I was doing quotes for Porsche 911s not that long ago. Just for comparison, using the same details, although it may have been my old house, for a Porsche 997 Carrera S, and that was for £217.97. That was back in 2021 though. And one thing worth noting there, as I did put my dad on as additional driver, so if you are trying to do insurance quotes, and you've got a parent who might be older, good history of driving, etc., it's always worth putting them on as an additional driver. I tend to find it brings the price down. Obviously you can't do it the other way around. To have them as an additional driver, on the off chance that they might want to use it one day out of the year, it can sometimes bring your premium down. So what I'm going to do now is edit that quote that we've just done. The only thing I'm going to change is the registration, and we're going to put in the registration from this 2017 Range Rover autobiography. Very nice looking thing, very good value at £36,490. As we're saying, they represent a lot of value now if you can insure them, and I'm very interested to see what happens with our insurance quote. So it's Oscar Echo 17 Lima Victor Yankee. Can I remember that? Oscar Echo 17 Lima Victor Yankee. There we are, Land Rover Range Rover autobiography. Checking all the assumptions it's made about it. Are those details correct? Has it been modified in any way? No. Here it is, still parked on the driveway, etc., etc. I'm just going to skip through this because everything is exactly the same as we did on the Golf. I've asked it to start the insurance in about 2 weeks' time. Again, another top tip, if you're trying to get insurance for the next day, they usually charge you a premium rather than if you can wait for a week or say 10 days. Try experimenting. If you can leave it for a week or two until you get your insurance, perhaps while your car's being prepared, then you'll probably find that you would get a cheaper yearly price. Right, it's now going to work out our quotes. Let's see what it says. Right, so the cheapest quote that I can get is £1,198.47. So 3 times as much as the Golf. In fact, I thought it could have been even worse than that, but it's still an astronomical amount to pay, isn't it, for insurance, I think, for someone of my age, 35, in case you were wondering. For a vehicle that's, you know, £30,000-ish, 35, probably they're only ever going to pay out about 30 as far as insurance goes. £1,200 for that, especially when we say that I was looking at insuring a Porsche 911 that was of a similar sort of value in 2021 for just £200 for the year. Just out of curiosity, thought we'd have a look at what the most expensive one is, which is from Got You Covered, just £10,300 and 47 pence for the year, just a third of the value of the vehicle. Absolutely crazy. Be interesting to see what this would be like for someone like Toby or Macaulay or Josh, our younger members of staff, to insure that. I'll tell you what we'll do out of interest. I'm going to pop in a London postcode. So I'm randomly going to copy a postcode for Bishopsgate and change the address. Number 10 Brushfield Street, London, Bishopsgate. Getting quotes for if we lived in London. Simply cannot get a quote. Can't get a single quote. We're really sorry, but on this occasion, we are unable to provide you with an online quote. That says it all, I suppose. I guess the only reason that I was able to insure it for £1,200, which I don't think I'd ever pay that much for insurance. It's been a long time since I paid that sort of. The last time I paid that sort of money, I was paying £200 a month for an E46 BMW 328i when I was 20 years old and I had got my first job, and I was a sales rep for an electrical company. I thought that would give the right impression. So there we have it. Hopefully you found that interesting. I wonder if some of these later model Range Rovers might become a bit of an investment. If they're going to fit this ultra wideband system to all their cars, they said they can send out mobile technicians to come and fit it for you, and especially if they're going to do that under warranty for free, then perhaps we'll see the value of these Range Rovers go back up as the insurance market starts taking that back into account again. Maybe a Range Rover could be a good investment. They're at their cheapest. Maybe now's the time to buy. This isn't financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but it's food for thought. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. Of course, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget to check out my website, shiftingmetal.co.uk, where you can find all of my discount codes, including Vehicle Score, as well as all of my merchandise, like these original Shifting Metal t-shirts, which you can buy there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.